Hi everybody, so here I am again going live. I'm just going to make sure I am, because the last time we went live I had quite a few technical problems, mainly due to my broadband connection at the time. So I just want to make sure it's actually working today, and hopefully I won't get any dropout. So how is everybody? It's another Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. Quite interestingly, when it got to about Wednesday evening, sorry, I thought this week is going really slow. It feels like I've done a whole week already. And then these last couple of days just flown by. And we're now at the Friday point, heading into a bank holiday weekend. So I thought, with the bank holiday coming up, the thing that I would talk about today is the working hours that we do as business owners. So I hear a lot of people saying, well, I shouldn't be working evenings and weekends, I know. And I think that we have this drummed into us that the working week should be Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. And we keep our evenings and weekends for social time, family time, relaxation, quality, whatever it is that you do with your spare time. And I get that, because that's the traditional working week, right? We work 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. But that's not how we work anymore. I think people now work in a more flexible way. Even in the corporate world, people are working more flexibly. And as small business owners, we get the privilege of writing out our own schedule. So quite interestingly, I mean, I work quite a lot of weekends and I work a lot of evenings. I don't do them all, and I certainly do less now than I used to. But a lot of the time it's out of choice. I do it not because I feel I need to, but because I want to. I'm either working on something that I'm really enjoying and I don't want to put it down. I really want to get to the end of it. Or I'm working on something exciting, a new project maybe, or I just want to get ahead so that actually I can take a couple of hours off at another time. So for example, I worked last night. I did a couple of hours work last night and I had this morning off, which was lovely. You know, I did the Tesco shop, I had a lovely relaxing shower, I had a nice coffee in the garden, I sat and watched a little bit of TV, and then I came in to do my work. So the point is that it's about balance. So we talk a lot about what is work-life balance, and I've got to be honest, it's different for everybody. Some of us want to be working 20 hours a week, some of us are happy working 80 hours a week. Now, the thing here is that it's finding something that's going to work for you consistently over time. If you're going to do an 80-hour week, every now and again, that's okay. If you've got a lot on in your business, don't feel like you can't do what you need to do in your business. If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. But it shouldn't be the norm. If you're consistently doing 80-hour weeks, you're going to burn yourself out. And it's probably going to happen at a really crucial phase, because I'm assuming that if you're doing 80-hour weeks on a regular basis, it's because you've got a lot going on in the business that you're building and you're growing. What happens then if you suddenly start getting the reward from that work that you're doing, and now you're at a point where you've burnt yourself out, you have no energy, no desire, and you're really struggling to even get the basics done in your business? It's not great. So it's about pacing yourself. So some weeks I might work 40 hours, 30 hours, 20 hours. Some of the weeks I might do 60 hours. The whole point is that it's about flexible working. One of the main reasons why I wanted to work for myself, to have that flexibility. So if I choose to work on a Saturday or a Sunday, it's my choice to do so. It's not me giving up all of my free time. It's probably me working in a more balanced way, having a few hours here and there when I want it, when it's more beneficial for me to take a rest, and work when it's more beneficial for me to work. Some weeks I might do the normal 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. It's my choice, right? It's my business. And this is the point. So I think that when it comes to trying to find the right balance in your business, it's not necessarily about when you're working. It's more about how much you're working. If you can spread that across a wider area of the week, then you're going to get a much better balance. So if, for example, you really struggle to get your hours in during the day, then split it up. Look at different ways of when you can be working, and also when you're effective. If you're quite a night owl, you probably get really creative later in the evening. So why wouldn't you do some creative work in your business later in the evening? It obviously suits you to do that, because that's when your brain is absolutely firing. So let's make use of that. So when I talk to clients a lot about default diaries, how to schedule their week, we talk a lot about how they like to work, when they are better at doing things, when they're more alert, when they're more logical, when they're more creative. And we try and find a pattern that works for them, because what works for me won't necessarily work for them. They might be able to take some ideas from how I work, but they need to implement them in a way that's right for their structure and their schedule and their family life and everything else that's maybe getting thrown at them during a week. Very few of us have the ability to be able to work constantly without any distraction or interruption. It's just not that way. Even if it's just doorbells ringing or noisy neighbors or roadworks or something, there's always going to be something that is distracting. So we need to find ways in which we can maximize the hours that we work in. And if that means that you are more productive at 8 o'clock at night and there's no distraction for you at 8 o'clock at night, then you work at 8 o'clock at night. There's no one to tell you off. And if they are, tell them to do one. It's your business. You decide when you work and when you don't. Just don't work too many hours. Just don't burn yourself out. So that's really what I wanted to come on today. I thought with the bank holiday coming up, it was probably quite apt, because I tend to work most bank holidays. To be fair, my husband works bank holidays too, so it suits us to do that. But for me, it's about that flexible working. I might only do 2 hours. And I might do 2 hours on the Sunday and 2 hours on the Saturday, rather than doing a full day on a Saturday or Sunday or Monday. So the point is, it's about flexibility. I'd rather dip in and out of the business and keep things ticking over and get that momentum keep going than necessarily taking huge blocks of time off. But that's me. That's how I like to work. So I was interested to know who will be working this weekend, who will be dipping in and out of work, and maybe who will be taking the time off, absolutely shutting down and saying, no, I'm not going to be working. I know we've got a half term coming up as well. So if you've got children, then obviously you need to spend time with your children. You want to, right? So that might affect how you work over the next week. So how do you modify that, and how do you make it work for you? Are you someone like me that does work some weekends and some evenings because it suits you to do so? Do you take Wednesdays off? Do you take Fridays off? Yeah. The whole point is that we create our own schedule. This is our business and we do it our way. So I just thought it'd be really interesting to find out what people are planning to do over this bank holiday weekend and obviously into the half term week. How does this affect how you work? And isn't it great to have the flexibility and choice to be able to do that? So that was all I wanted to talk about today. Have a wonderful bank holiday weekend. Really enjoy the time, whatever it is you're doing, whether you're working, whether you're relaxing, whether you're doing a bit of both like me. Take that time that you want and do with it as you please. It's up to you. It's your life and it's your business. So have a fantastic time, and I will see you all next week. Take care.